Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Map First Impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at American Outback Special Edition. This map is by Something on My Shoe 2, and he is the purveyor of many maps here in the Farm Sim Mod Hub. Those maps are notably Rattlesnake Valley, Original American Outback, Mustang Valley Ranch, Golden Days of Farming, Who Dat Hooder Ranch, Sunshine Valley Farm, Thunder Valley, and now American Outback Special Edition. This map is based on the original American Outback, but has had a pretty significant overhaul. Let me read you a little bit of the description. It says, this is American Outback Special Edition. It is seasons ready, supports ChoppedStraw, and is a 99% overhaul of the original American Outback map. This map includes new roads, a new farm, new town, new hills, new trains, new selling points, new trees, and more green color across the entire map. Remember, the original American Outback was pretty deserty looking, with lots of deciduous trees. Was not seasons ready, and had very few cuttable trees. Let's go ahead and jump on in. So we're going to leave all the DLCs checked. We're also going to go ahead and uncheck Creator Tools and Soil Compaction while we're here. Let's go ahead and pull up the log. Alright, map loads up very quickly. You can see there are no errors. And if you're familiar with the first American Outback, you'll know right away that we have a completely different starting position. Let's go ahead and look at the PDA. So here you go. You can see the new American Outback. Most notably, certain things you'll see are very similar. The town's in the same location. Lots of these fields are in the same locations. In the original American Outback, this was two different fields, but now it is one merged field. In fact, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and break into a kind of a split screen showing you the two PDAs, so you can kind of see the two differences between the two versions of American Outback. All right, now back to the show. Got our regular crops here, including sugarcane, and as you see, we start by owning Field 1. Field 1 is the only field that we own. There are some areas of grass around the map that we'll also be able to take advantage of. This is a fairly large field also we start out with. We do this video on hard mode, and on hard mode we don't have any crops in the silos there. And as you see, there are plenty of sell points. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sell points on the map. This appears to be maybe storage because there are no prices here. We'll have to check that out when we get around to there. We also have 2 train only sell points. We have 1 sell point for wool. We have a sell point for wood chips and for silage here at the bunker, GA. And we also have a sell point for hay, straw, and grass, as well as hay pellets and straw pellets. You see the list of starting equipment is fairly low. It's all fairly new, so the maintenance will be low. There is not a lot of starting equipment, and all of it is owned. Nothing is in the least column. Let's go ahead and take out a loan, buy some animals on our tour. And as you see, we have all 3 animals on the map. We have sheep, pigs, and cows. We do not start with any particular number of those animals, and our silo has a capacity of just 100,000 liters. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at that starting equipment. So unlike the original American Outback, where we started with some smaller equipment, like the Case 1455 and the Axle Flow, I think 1680 or 1660, starter harvester. On this one, we start with the Case Optum CVX. 313 horsepower. We start with the large case axle flow 7130, 415 horsepower, with the grain header and a header trailer. A small farm tech tipper, small cultivator plow, and the large Horsch Pronto 9 DC seeder. We have a fertilized spreader and a front weight. That is it. All right, let's go ahead and fire up our Jeep so we can tool around the map. And let's go ahead and check and see where the reset point is. The shop. Go ahead and hit reset. And it looks like the reset point is still at the shop. There you go. So if you need to reset your equipment, you're going to have to go to the shop to pick it up. So let's go ahead and look around the local farm here. Start out with, I'll make my PDA. I'll zoom out on that so that we see a little bit better. And we start here right in front of our silos. So our silo system is right here. Go ahead and go on around. And right here on the road, interesting enough, is where our silo dump and our silo fill is. Several of these huts, forget the name, starts with a Q something huts. Several of these huts here on the main farm, as well as several of these large buildings for vehicle storage. You see there's buildings over there and a building here. And in here we have seed, fertilizer, fill points. We have more of the huts here around the back. Then over here we have a water tower. This is our water fountain, and the icon here is a little misplaced, but there you go. It should be over here. And let's go ahead and check out the chickens. So here we have our chickens, and I suspect you're just gonna have to run around here and find the chicken eggs. Let's go ahead and run on over here to the pig area. Here we have the pig area. This is where we're going to buy our pigs. And there they are. Then we've got our slurry pickup for the pigs. We have our water trough. We have our food trough. And our manure pile for our pigs is right over there. Alright, now let's go ahead and come on over here and check out the cow area. So I think on the original American Outback, if I'm remembering right, there was a big old hole here. Looks like that's been filled in. So we've got our liquid manure and our solid manure pile for our cows. We've got a silage bunker. Let's go ahead and see the trigger come up. There we go. We've got a large silage trough here. Here we have ourselves the water trough and the grass trough for our cows. And let's see here, where do we buy our cows or get them delivered at? It's probably over here. Here we are. And then we have a fuel right here, across the way there. And there is our cows. Nice big area here for the cows to roam in. Lots of decent grass if you're the kind of person that likes to mow the grass in the cow pasture. This map does not have the graze mod installed, It's the mod that allows you to, for the cows and sheep to eat out of the pasture. So that is not installed. But as I said earlier, this map is seasons prepared. So you will have a snow mask, and if you do play with seasons, that means that you will have hay and straw rot if they are left out in the rain. I'm just going to run over here to the sheep area. Just a short little walk. And I have to say, I really like the sheep area here with this, this rusted old railing. It's pretty cool. So here we have our wool spawn point. We have our grass trough, or hay trough. We've got the water trough. And then sheep delivery point is here. Right here. And here we go. There's our sheeps. Like I said, I really do like this sheep area also. Mostly because of the rusty old sign. I like how you can come in here, kind of go over a gate, entryway, and keep on coming through here. You go to another little gateway. It'd be nice if these animal areas had maybe a, maybe the main farm had an actual house associated with it. Maybe you could pretend one of these houses across the street is your farmhouse. But we also have a fairly nice sized grass area right here across from the sheep to just go ahead and use to mow for the sheep. So before we do our drive around, I thought we'd just go ahead and jump in the train and take the train. There's two trains that you can use to go around the map. See, they are very short trains. They only have two grain cars and one logging car per train. And they both run side by side here across this portion of the map. Then they'll split off. One will go to the right and one will go to the left. See if I can get in a position here where we can see a fair bit of the map as we ride on the train. If anybody, as you remember, if you did play the original American Outback, you didn't have near as many pine trees here. It's really a lack of trees to easily cut for the sawmill. In fact, I think maybe it might be that the number of pine trees really was so limited that I think they were actually like on an island, almost to the point where you really couldn't get to them. There is our cow area there. Take a look around here. Another large grass area over there. There is little old field 18. This map has very square fields, so not too bad of a problem for hired help. It's two small placeable areas down here by, guess we're down here by field 5 now. That is, yeah, we're down by field 5 because that is the train sell point. Got another nice large grass field here. Field 4 is currently in soybeans. If you play the map and you start the map without seasons. Come on around up here, and like I said, this train just covers the very small portion of the bottom of the map. Oh, that is awful. Traffic just seems to warp through the trains. I was hoping that they would stop at the crossing, but they appear to just stop there, or just warped right on through, as if the trains were never there. And then now we're back. We're running parallel with the opposite train line. Go ahead and power down and slow down. Jump on in the other train and head on off and cover the other part of the map. That is probably, let's check. That is Outback Grains, indeed. That is what we saw with no prices. So Outback Grains is what I call the train transfer station, where you would transfer your crops from road to train or from train to road in the event that you wished to sell them at the train station, or you were using the train to transport the grain around the map, maybe from harvest. So the field off here to your left is field 1. That is the only field that you own at the start beyond the grass fields. See the shop and our Jeep down there. PGA off in the distance. We'll check that out a year later when we get in our Jeep. A big old field 15. Long field. That field, you probably might just fill up the harvester just in one down pass. You'd almost need to offload it every time you went up or down. And now we're coming around to the second train sell point on the map. Which is right here. Another large placeable area up here by field, what is that? So it's a grass area. So up here by the sawmill. This is simply a, that maybe is just a place to transfer. No. Apparently I somehow turned off the cruise control. I have to say, from a visual standpoint, I prefer this version of American Outback over the original. Wasn't really too keen on the original myself, but I kind of like this one a little better. I don't know if it's because it's got more of the pine trees, if it's got a little bit more of a greenish feel to it, as opposed to really feeling like it's a desert environment. Got kind of a northern farm up here with some fuel and seed and fertilizer. We'll take a look at that a little more detail. And now we're up here to the map border. So let's go ahead and just take a look around this side. Our way across the map there. Here we have field 8, and now we're coming up here on field 6, and then we'll be making a turn and heading on back across to meet up with the other train line. Alright, so that is basically the trip around the map on the train lines. Let's go ahead and get in our Jeep and get to driving around. So first off, here we have our shop. Got our sell and repair trigger. Got our shop trigger around the side there. Large spawn spot here for your equipment to spawn in at. And let's go ahead and take a look around. So the first thing is, right across from the shop, we've got the spinnery. We are selling our wool there. Sell point for wool. Now, it would be nice if this just extended as a back alleyway. You have a nice spot up there, kind of behind those buildings. If you were to put a small, maybe a small placeable area back there, if you would so desire. Just kind of looking around the town a little bit. And head on across here. Got a sell point over here, and we've got little old field 7. That little thing there on the map. Let's go ahead and see what his price is. We are at field 7. A 0.9 hectares, $72,000. That little old field. And right across the way, we've got one of those free grass areas. Let's go ahead and check out field 17 here. Field 17 is 8.36 hectares and $676,000. Let's head on around to our animal buy point. So we have the diner here. No, the diner is not a sell point. Here we have a sell point at the bakery. Then the animal dealer, right up the road here. There's also a sell point for your chicken eggs. Is the trigger to buy your animals if you're going to do that at the animal dealer. Got a kind of a square here. Interesting with the statue right here, smack in the middle of the road. And I guess it's possible you could clear out these plots and possibly put in your own placeable. Let's see if we could do that. Put something small. That's not small. Well, let's do a green. Yep, you can definitely put in greenhouse. Well, so you can definitely do that. Wanted to clear those out and give yourself 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 greenhouses. Head on down here and just check out the buy price for field number 6. That's around this other side. Authorized vehicles only. So we have another kind of a vehicle storage area. We've got fuel here, big large shelters there for your buildings. Is one of a good spot to put some big bud equipment in, should you wish to use big bud on the map here. So field 6 is 16.23 hectares, $1.3 million for that field. If we look at the size here of field 6 compared to the other fields, it's probably a little bit bigger than field 1, which we own. We probably own a field that's probably around 12 hectares in size, I would guess. Our field is longer. It is also narrower. Zoom back on out. Let's go ahead and make our way here around to the bottom and on up and around the map. Oh, well. Traffic's moving kind of slow. We were moving the train at 50 miles an hour or so, and we were overtaking traffic. So I'd say the traffic's probably moving around 40, 45 or so. Coming up here to field 5 and 3. Another couple small fields. Smallish compared to the rest of the map. Here we have a train sell point, and here we have the sell point for hay, straw, and grass. Back here at the barn. Okay, and then right next to that is a nice large grass area. There is no lack of free grass here on the American Outback Special Edition. Let's go ahead and let's just make our way. It's field 2. It's kind of hard to see on the PDA, but it's field 2. Head on up this way. Head over here. Next sell point. One of those sell points where you've got the ramp. We also have a sell point there to buy your slurry, your excess slurry, and appears a buy point for your excess manure. For the huts. Now, I'm never a big fan of these roads that run right along the border of the map, especially when the map border is so obvious, like it is on this one. Respect to the low res of the map border versus the map itself right next to it. This would have been much better served to not have this road, but just use the road over there on the other side of that field, and just left this area heavily planted with trees or other shrubbery. Here we are coming up to a large vehicle storage area, pull-through variety. That would be pretty good for those big bud cedars. Got the train sell point up there, off here to our side. One of those placeable areas I pointed out on the train ride is right here. And let's see here, we've got a diner up here. That is a sell point. Here is a diner sell point, or at least a diner sell point. Let's check out field 15 here. Field 15 is 11.35 hectares. Right. Got another sell point right here. Another one of those drive-throughs. These are very steep and abrupt ramps. Depending on the trailer you're coming through with, you may or may not find yourself stuck on those. go down here and check out the BGA. And I think that'll just about do us for the map tour. On here in the corner. And we have what appears to be a fairly standard Farm Sim 17 BGA. We've got the scale, we've got the Silo King, and our digestate, and our 5 bunkers. All laid out the same. This is pretty much just pulled straight off Goldcrest Valley and plopped right on into the map. Alright guys, well that'll do us. Let me know what you think of the map in the comments. Is this version of American Outback better than the first one? Let me know which one you prefer. Have you played the first one? Are you going to play this one? And until next time, happy farming.